The most important things we need to know about Muslim communities while working as multicultural mediators are: 1. Cultural sensitivity. It is crucial to approach Muslim communities with respect and cultural sensitivity. Understanding their beliefs, customs, and practices will help build trust and effective communication. 2. Diversity within Islam. Muslim communities are diverse, with various cultural backgrounds, languages, and interpretations of Islam. Recognizing and appreciating this diversity is essential for effective mediation. 3. Religious practices. Familiarize yourself with the basic tenets of Islam, such as prayer times, dietary restrictions, and religious holidays. This knowledge will enable you to accommodate their religious practices during mediation sessions. 4. Gender dynamics. Be aware of the different roles and expectations placed on men and women within Muslim communities. Understanding the cultural nuances surrounding gender will help you navigate potential conflicts or misunderstandings. 5. Language barrier. Many Muslims may have limited proficiency in the local language. Providing interpretation services or ensuring access to language support can help bridge the communication gap and ensure effective mediation. 6. Stereotypes and misconceptions. Challenge and avoid perpetuating stereotypes and misconceptions about Muslims. It is important to approach each individual and community with an open mind and without preconceived notions. 7. Privacy and modesty. Respecting the privacy and modesty of Muslim individuals and communities is essential. Ensure that mediation settings provide appropriate spaces for privacy and adhere to modesty expectations. 8. Religious accommodations. Understand the legal and ethical obligations to provide religious accommodations, such as prayer spaces or halal food options, when conducting mediation sessions involving Muslims. 9. Community leaders and elders. Recognize the authority and influence of community leaders and elders within Muslim communities. Engaging with them respectfully can facilitate effective mediation and community involvement. 10. Building trust and rapport. Establishing trust and rapport with Muslim individuals and communities is vital for successful mediation. Actively listen, be empathetic, and demonstrate a genuine interest in their concerns and needs. 11. Religious holidays. Familiarize yourself with the major Islamic holidays, such as Eid al-Fitr and Eid al-Adha. Understanding the significance of these holidays will help you schedule mediation sessions and avoid conflicts with important religious observances. 12. Family structure. Muslim communities often place a strong emphasis on family and community. Understanding the dynamics of extended families, the role of elders, and the importance of communal support can help you navigate family-related conflicts effectively. 13. Cultural etiquette. Be mindful of cultural etiquette when interacting with Muslim individuals and communities. This includes understanding appropriate greetings, hand gestures, and body language, as well as respecting personal space and avoiding physical contact unless initiated by the individual. 14. Islamic law. Familiarize yourself with the basic principles of Islamic law, known as Sharia. While Sharia may not directly apply to mediation sessions, having a general understanding of its principles can provide insight into the values and perspectives of Muslim individuals. 15. Intersectionality. Recognize that Muslim individuals may also identify with other marginalized communities, such as being part of an ethnic minority or having a different sexual orientation. Take into account the intersectionality of their identities to ensure inclusive and equitable mediation practices. 16. Nonverbal communication. Pay attention to nonverbal cues and body language during mediation sessions. Muslim individuals may express themselves differently based on cultural norms and religious practices. Being attentive to these cues can help you understand their needs and concerns better. 17. Education and awareness. Continuously educate yourself about Islam, Muslim cultures, and current events affecting Muslim communities. Stay informed about issues that may impact the individuals you are working with and be prepared to address them sensitively. 18. Community resources. Familiarize yourself with local community resources that cater to the needs of Muslim individuals and families. This includes religious centers, cultural organizations, and social support services that can provide additional assistance during the mediation process. 19. Gender segregation. In some Muslim communities, there may be a preference for gender segregation in certain settings. Be aware of this possibility and ensure that mediation sessions accommodate these preferences, if necessary, to create a comfortable and inclusive environment. 20. Ongoing learning and reflection. Recognize that cultural competence is a lifelong journey. Continuously reflect on your own biases and assumptions. Seek feedback from the communities you work with, and engage in ongoing learning to enhance your effectiveness as a multicultural mediator. 21. Language and translation. Be mindful of language barriers that may exist between you and the individuals you are working with. If necessary, provide translation services or work with interpreters who are familiar with Islamic terminology and cultural nuances. 22. Dress code. Respect the modesty norms of Muslim individuals by dressing modestly yourself. This may include avoiding revealing clothing and wearing attire that covers your shoulders, arms, and legs. Adapting to the dress code expectations can help create a comfortable environment for all parties involved. 23. Food and dietary restrictions. Take into account any dietary restrictions or preferences that may exist within the Muslim community. This includes being aware of halal food requirements and providing appropriate meal options during mediation sessions, if necessary. 24. Cultural sensitivity. Understand that cultural norms and values can vary greatly within Muslim communities. Avoid making assumptions or generalizations and approach each case with cultural sensitivity and openness. Respect individual differences and be willing to learn from the diverse experiences and perspectives of Muslim individuals. 25. Religious accommodations. Be prepared to make reasonable accommodations to respect religious practices during mediation sessions. This may include providing prayer spaces or adjusting schedules to accommodate prayer times, if needed. 26. Community engagement. Build relationships and establish connections with local Muslim community leaders, organizations, and religious institutions. Collaborating with these stakeholders can help you gain a deeper understanding of community needs and ensure that mediation initiatives are culturally appropriate. 27. Mediation techniques. Adapt your mediation techniques to align with Islamic principles and values. This may involve incorporating concepts such as forgiveness, empathy, and community reconciliation into the mediation process. 28. Gender dynamics. Be aware of potential power imbalances and gender dynamics that may exist within Muslim communities. Take steps to ensure that all parties feel comfortable and empowered to participate in the mediation process, regardless of their gender. 29. Privacy and confidentiality. Emphasize the importance of privacy and confidentiality during mediation sessions, especially when dealing with sensitive family matters. Assure participants that their personal information and discussions will be kept confidential, adhering to ethical guidelines and legal requirements. 30. Self-reflection and continuous learning. Regularly reflect on your own cultural biases, assumptions, and privilege. Engage in ongoing learning and professional development to deepen your understanding of Muslim cultures, practices, and perspectives. This self-reflection will contribute to your growth as a multicultural mediator. By considering these additional aspects, you can foster a more inclusive and culturally sensitive mediation process when working with Muslim communities. So it is important to approach each case with an open mind and a willingness to learn and adapt. By understanding and incorporating these additional considerations, you can foster greater understanding, inclusivity, and successful mediation outcomes when working with Muslim communities.